good fathers. Not perfect fathers, but good fathers. And so today, if I can give you some knowledge that will help us to be better than we are, then we will have a better world, because knowledge is power. Fathers, who are they? Or who is he? Who is a father? A father actually represents who God is. In other words, when you see a man, you see God. After Jesus said, he said, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. The devil, when he sees us, he sees God. Y'all know that? He sees God. And that's why he hates us. That's why he hates you. Because he sees God. And so, a father, and by the way, let me say this. That when we talk about man, you have two types of men. You have the male man, and you have the female man. Because all of us are men. God created man, and then he made them male and female. But in the sight of God, we're all man. Amen? Look at the neighbor and say, you man, you. Amen. We all man. But then each one plays a specific role. The father, or the male man, he's the one that has the sperm. He's the one that he's the giver. And the female is the receiver. That's the way God made this thing. Somebody has to give, and somebody has to receive. All right? That's why man can't take nothing, and woman can hold. Women can take a lot of pressure, because that is the way God made her. He made her to stand up under pressure. Amen? All right. So, a father, he represents who God is. Because God is our Father. And men are just a lower shade of who God is. And so we act like God. We behave like God. We think like God. We operate like God. Amen? Because we represent who God is. And so when people see a father, they know who God is by looking through the eye, by looking at a natural man. So they get an understanding of who God is as our Father. Amen? So, the man is next in line in authority. God is authority. He is final authority. But man is God's delegated authority in the home. The father or the man or the husband is God's delegated authority in the home. And so everybody submits to the man. I ain't no one say amen. Everybody submits to the man. The wife submits to the man. The children submits to the man. Because he is God's authority in the house. And so the word submit means to humble yourself. It means to honor. It means to respect. And so he is the authority in the house. As the authority in the house, he sets the stage by being a good example. Amen? Now I know in the West Indies, a lot of men used to say, I believe, I'm the man in this house, and whatever I say goes. Well, let me tell you something. If you're the man in the house, and you're going to say, I'm the man in the house, that means you're not the man in the house. Amen? Because if you're the man in the house, everybody knows you're the man in the house. And you don't have to tell them you're the man in the house. Because everybody knows who you are. And if they know you're the man in the house, they will respect you as the man in the house. Amen? Because being the man in the house don't mean that you have to walk around with a big stick. Being the man in the house don't mean that you have to make all the decisions. Hello, somebody? Being the man in the house doesn't mean that your decision is final. It means that you are the manager of your house. And as the manager of the house, you should be able to take advice from a child. Because sometimes when we're in the box, we can't see clearly. But someone who's outside of the box can see something that we have missed. And so a wise man, a wise father takes instruction. He takes advice. And so because you are the authority in the house, it doesn't mean that you are large and in charge, even though you are. But you are humble. As the man in the house, or as the father, you will rule with love and compassion and gentleness. You will walk in the fear of Almighty God. When you are in charge, it means that everything comes on your shoulder. It means all the weight is on your shoulder. It means that if things go wrong, it means you look bad. So it's actually a responsibility. So when you say, I'm the man of this house, you're saying, I have a great responsibility to my family to make sure that my family become a godly people. I have a responsibility to make sure that my family fear God. I have a responsibility to make sure that my children come out good. That lies on your shoulder. So it's a great responsibility to be a man. It's a great responsibility to be a father. You didn't walk around with a youth on your shoulder and walk around to your friends and say, hey, check me, I got a youth, you know. I got a youth, you know. That's able to pregnate a woman mean that you are a father. That just makes you a sperm donor. Anybody can do that. You can walk to a sperm bank and do that. But to be a father, it means that you have to take on responsibility. It means that you have to lead by example. It means that your children are watching you. It means that your wife is watching you. It means that the community is watching you. Amen. And they're looking to see if you are a good father. They're looking to see if you are an example to follow. And that's what it means to be a father who is the second in authority other than God in the home. You have a great responsibility. A father depends on God to empower him to be the best father that he can be. You can't do it without God. And so in order for you to be a godly father, it means that you must be in connection with God. It means that you must ask God for direction. The scripture says that the steps of a good man, they're ordered by the Lord. The steps of a good father, they're ordered by the Lord. And that is what makes a good father. Because when your steps are ordered by the Lord, you're going to walk in love, you're going to walk in compassion, and you're going to walk in fear. You're going to fear God. And when you fear God, you're going to do the right thing because you don't want to displease God. And so God is empowering us through His Word to be godly fathers, to be good fathers. A good father sets himself to hear from God. A good father always asks God for direction. How can I do this? How can I do that? Because let me tell you something. There's coming a time when those little Gucci children, there's coming a time when those little children will start to rebel. Those little children, not all, but it comes a time when those children refuse to do what you tell them to do. And sometimes you don't know how to deal with them because you've never been there before. You don't know how to deal with them. All the books they've written on how to deal with teenagers, sometimes it goes out the door. Why? Because every child is different. And you have to deal with each child as an individual. You can't, if you have two children, you cannot deal with them the same. And that's why it is important for you not to tell your children why you can't be like your brother, why you can't be like your sister. Because they're two totally different individuals. And you have to look at your children and you have to deal with them according to knowledge, what you know about each child. Because each child will not respond the same. You see? And so you have to know how to deal with your children. And don't show favoritism. Don't love one more than the other. Don't do like what Joseph father did to him. Jacob did to Joseph. Because it causes hatred among the children. And that's an example for us to learn as parents. Don't show favoritism. treat each one the same. Don't treat one like the black sheep and the other one like the white sheep. Because the one you treated like the white sheep, when you get old, may not know what for you. But the one that you reject, the same is the one that will look out for you when you can't help yourself. It has happened. So treat your children well. Treat your children good. Treat them the same. Don't show favoritism. Tell me amen. And this is good for mothers and fathers. Amen. You see, God spoke one day, having a conversation with the angels in Genesis chapter 18 and verse 19. And God said, I know him, Abraham. I know him, that he will command his children and his household after me. You want to hear God say, I know you. Call your name. I know you. I know James. I know he will command his children after me. That is your responsibility as a parent, to make sure that your children know God, to make sure that your children know to fear God. The prodigal son, he was brought up in the way. He knew God. He had his rebellious ways, wanted to do his own thing. But you know something? He came back. He came back. The Bible said to bring up a child in the way he should go. And when he's old, he won't depart from it. He can't. When he's mature, when he has good understanding. Now, some children, when they reach 16 years, they mature one time, especially girls. Some, when they reach 18, they see life different. They mature. Some reach 25 years and then they mature. Some reach 30 years and they're still immature. Some people reach 40 years and that's when they begin to see life. You see what I'm saying? That's when they begin to take life serious. What I'm trying to say is that everybody don't mature the same time, at the same level or at the same rate. Amen? And so we have to be patient with each other. You see? So when he's old, he wanted to cover it. But God said, I know that Abraham will command his children and his household after him. And they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he had spoken of him. The thing that God has spoken in your life, the promise that God has made to you as a parent, as a father, may not come to pass in your lifetime. Hello, somebody. The promise that God has made to you as a parent may not come to pass in its fullness. You may see a trickle. You may see a fraction of it. But the fullness of the promise that God has made to you may not come to pass in your lifetime. But it will manifest itself in its fullness through your offspring. Hello, somebody. So the promise is to you and to the generations after. And that's why we must create a legacy that will go on even after we are gone through our children. when she do what she have to do. And she carry on my legacy. I'm trying to get to shut up. I've been saying preacher and all the thing. When I said to her, she gets really angry. She gets really angry. Maybe that's not what God is going to call her to do. But, but we must carry on our legacy through our children. You see, Abraham became great, not because he was a loner, not because he obeyed God, not only because he obeyed God, but Abraham commanded his children and his household in what he believed. He commanded them in the things of God. He made sure that he instilled it within them, so that when they came to a place of maturity, they were able to walk and to carry out the promise. God promised him that he was going to make him a great nation. Nations will be blessed because of him. But Abraham couldn't do it by himself. It took Jacob. It took Isaac. It took Jacob. And so when we refer to the God of Israel, we say he's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God made the promise to Abraham. Abraham did his part. Abraham brought them to the place where God promised them. He dwelt there. Sometimes he dwelt on the outskirts. But he didn't receive the promise. He didn't receive the promise. And then Isaac came on the scene. And they just wandered. They just wandered around in tents. And then Jacob came on the scene. And Jacob got Joseph. And got the 12, and because of Jacob, whose life was changed, who came to the place of maturity, his name was changed from Jacob to Israel, meaning the prince. Amen? And now the plot was taken in. God was about to set up this great nation. And so the 12 tribes didn't come from Abraham. It didn't come from Isaac, but it came from Jacob. And so when we think about Israel, or the nation which came from Abraham, we think about the 12 tribes that made up the children of Israel. And so the vision starts with you as a father. But the process it goes through, the manifestation, the full manifestation will come through your children. Your children will help to make you great, or they will help to make you look like a fool. So it's up to you. In this day and time, we can still mold our children. Train them from small, from 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. By 6 years, they are who they will be. They will never change because that's who they are. From 6 years, all that they need to know to be them and to exist in this world is in them already. So don't be coochie. Because if those coochie going to turn into something else after a while. Amen? You see them cussing. And you say, oh, that's cute. You hit them, and they hit you back. You say, oh, they just smile. Oh, when they throw blows in you. When they do things that you don't like or that you see that are not right, you have to deal with them. Because if you don't deal with them, they will deal with you. And that's the problem we have in the world today. People in America, they say don't beat your children because that's child abuse. Well, I thank God for all the child abuse I got, eh? I got so abused that sometimes we used to get licks. The licks were so hard you couldn't even cry. Thank God for the licks. Hello, somebody. Them people, whatever they find, broomstick, mopstick, pot spoon, you'll get one. Huh? And when you do your wrong, as a boy, you're so fast now. You get fast. You go outrun your parents. They say that's all right. That's all right. They wait till you're in your bed sleeping, and then they give it to you. Go pata, pata. Yeah. Thank God for those licks. Because if I didn't get those licks, I might have been one of the government haters. I would have been one of those people 6 feet under, on drugs, or in prison, or out of my mind. But thank God for the licks. The rod, the Bible says foolishness is bound up in a child, but the rod of correction driveth far from him. We have become so wise that we have become foolish. And instead of creating products of society, we are creating scorpions to bite us. And this is what's happening. Our children have become plagues to us. Plagues to our society. Murderers, thieves, fearless. They have no fear in them. Absolutely no fear. They say what they want, they do what they want, and they take what they want. And they have no allegiance to anybody. What you have belongs to them. Hello, somebody. I hear you amen. What you have, that whatever you work for all your life and toil for, they say it belongs to them. But what they have belongs to them. And if you touch what they have, may God have mercy on you. They'll watch you die of hunger and starvation. They'll watch you lose your house, get your light cut off, and they hold on to their money. But when they have a need, they come to you, and you don't meet that need, may God have mercy. They'll cost you from morning to night. Man, we got children cussing parents, abusing their parents, beating their book. And that ain't in the book. And the woman was so hot because she was in the hospital. And the boy never came one day to look for her. But guess where he was living? In her house. Inside of her house. But not one day he came to the hospital to look for his mother. But felt he had a right to her house. Felt he had a right to her food. And felt that she shouldn't say nothing to him. If we don't deal with our children rightly, according to God's word, they will deal with us later. Am I talking up in here? Amen. God is a God of order. And anytime that we go out of order, it becomes chaos. Life becomes chaotic. Because God has set up an order. And no matter how we try to adjust, things will go wrong. Because the Father is the authority in the house. The Father is God's delegated authority in the house. And when the Father said, this is this, then it ought to be that. But if he's wise, he will compromise. He will compromise. He will use wisdom. He will not be a lord or a dictator. But he will run his house, for lack of a better word, as a democratic institution. Give everybody a chance to give their input. And then let's come to a conclusion. Amen? And so God will never surpass authority. He will never go over authority that he has set up. Not in the home, not in the church, not in government. And that's why even when your government is bad, you cannot go over them. You still have to respect them because they're God's delegated authority. Remember King Saul and David? Saul was king. David was a subject. And David had all chances to kill Saul. He had all chances to hurt Saul. But he didn't do it. When David had the opportunity to cut a little piece of King Saul's garment to prove that he was right next to him in the same cave and he could have killed him, the Bible says his heart smited. David said, I will not touch the Lord's anointing. I will not touch the Lord's anointing. And so the Father in the house is God's anointed. He is God's priest. How about God's priest? He's God's priest in the house. That means he's the one that God works through. That means he's the one that God speaks to. Oh Lord, I'm going to get in trouble here today. God speaks to a woman too. That was somebody. God speaks to, and sometimes he has to speak to more women than men because sometimes the men, they're not in a place. They're not in the place. Like Isaac. Isaac, God knew he couldn't get this thing done through Isaac. So who did God speak to? The wife. He spoke to the wife. And so the wife knew God's plan. He knew that Esau was the first. That means the inheritance should come to Esau. But God told her it's not Esau, it's Jacob. It's Jacob. And so Isaac knew in his heart that he was supposed to bless Esau. And so when the time of the blessing came, he prepared to bless Esau. But God knew his heart, so what God did to him? Come on, somebody. God blinded him. God blinded him because God will do whatever he has to do so that his will be manifested. Amen? And so when the men are not listening, when the men are so busy doing their thing, then God has to speak to the woman. And it said, the other night we were here, a couple of nights we were here, and for the first time in prayer meeting, Bible study, we had more men than women. That was nice, wasn't it? More men than women. That was good. So we were counting the men and we said, wow, one woman, and we got 7 men in here. That was nice. Amen? So for the first time, we had more men in church than women. That time we have that also, but I mean, for that time in particular. So the world is in chaos today because a lot of men are not carrying out their purpose. And if you're in here today and you're not carrying out your purpose, or if you're listening to me on social media, you need to say, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. You ought to bring your children to church, not send them with the money. You ought to be in prayer meeting, not the woman only. You ought to be in Bible study, not the woman only. As a matter of fact, prayer is so essential for you as a man, because that's the only way you're going to hear from God. And so, men should always be a part of prayer meeting. Why is it that it's mostly women that come on to prayer meeting and the Bible study? We need men to take their place and to see God. Joshua was a father. He was the leader in his household. And he was also the leader of Israel. He was a father of Israel. And one day Joshua turned to the people and said, choose in this day whom you will serve. And he said, I place before you good and evil. Choose good. But he made a statement because Joshua commanded his house. Joshua was the man of his house. Joshua was the authority of his house. Even though he was the leadership of Israel, he was still leader of his house. And Joshua said, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Men, you are the authority in your house. You are the leader. You are the manager of your house. If things go wrong, you can't blame the woman. You get the blame because you're the authority. Don't be like Adam. God put Adam in charge. God said, Adam. And Adam said, God, the woman you give me, you give me. She gave me and I did eat. If you didn't give me the woman, I wouldn't say. But because you give me this woman, I say. Okay? And sometimes we like to pass the buck on. But when you're in charge, you're in charge. It doesn't matter who do wrong. It doesn't matter who mess up. You're in charge. You will get the responsibility and you will get the penalty. So when those two guys went out and they killed that guy, what's his name? When the one guy shot the guy, the chief of police resigned because she's the chief of police. She wasn't on the scene. She didn't kill nobody. But as soon as that happened, the people started to call for her resignation. When things go wrong, let me not go there. Amen. Somebody say hallelujah. When things go wrong, let me go there. Trump don't take the blame. Trump pass it on to somebody else. He said because of Obama. Oh my God. We have more people died from COVID-19 than any other nation on the planet. All because of carelessness. So many people lost their life. All because of people not taking things serious. People lost their life. When we just had about 6 people died. South Korea, they only had about, I think about 45 people that died, so they were ahead of us. Many countries had it severe, but because we didn't take it serious, many people lost their lives. And this is what happened. This is where we are. We're living in one of the greatest countries of the world. We're living in one of the greatest times of our history, where medicine is plentiful, where what we need is available. But yet, we see people dying like a third world country. When Ebola went to Nigeria, when Ebola was introduced to Nigeria, they found out that Ebola was a devastating creature. It will wipe you out like that. But they say, I think it's about what? 2 out of 10 people survive Ebola. And Nigeria devised a strategic plan to wipe out Ebola in Nigeria. We consider this place a third world. But those people, they didn't play with Ebola. And so when Ebola got in there, they walked frantically. They put things in place. And they wiped out Ebola. Okay? And today, Nigeria is a model for how to deal with infectious diseases and viruses. If America had looked at what these other places have done, a lot of lives would be saved. But we need leadership. We need leadership. That's what our world is missing today. That's what's missing in America. That's what's missing in our homes. The woman is okay. The mother is okay. But there is nothing like a man's voice. There's nothing like the voice of a man. When a man speaks, that child stands still. There's nothing like the voice of a man. When he speaks, everything stands still. Children know that is the voice of authority. Mothers, sometimes children get away with everything with the mother. But when it comes to the father, he's more tough. Am I talking up in here? Yeah. Sometimes the father too tough. So don't feel good, fathers. You're too tough. You still have to get a little finesse. You have to deal with your children with love and compassion and understanding.
Well, you know, my father was wrong for me, and I'm gonna be wrong for you.
Every generation is different. And you got to ask wisdom how to deal with your children. You got to ask God for wisdom how to deal with these children today. Because some of them don't know they will call police. Shh. Amen. The little one of the little twins, when they were about 3 or 4 years, they said, we call police, you know. Oh yeah. So they don't know that long time. Long time. So you got to know how to deal with your children. Oh, that was it. One guy decided to beat the child up to my phone. The child called the police for the man. The man ended up in jail. And then the police said, the child has to stay in the house. And he still has to support the child. He said, not me. You mean the child locked me up, put me in jail, and I still have to support the child? Well, now the child belongs to you. You take care of the child. You support the child. It's your child. Amen. You see, people don't realize that children don't belong to them. Right? Children are the property of the United States. They're the property of the state. And if you mess with those children, you have a problem. God said they belong to you, no. But the government said they belong to them. This is how we're living today. So a father is a protector. Who is a father? He is a protector. He protects his children. He protects his family. When the father is around, everybody feels good. Yes. Everybody feels protected. You can't mess with me because I'm going to tell my father. So father is a protector. Not only that, our father, he is a provider. The father provides. The mother takes care of the children. She nurtures the children. She cares for the children. But the father is the provider. The Bible, he that can provide for his family is worse than an invalid. That's scriptural. See, the father is the provider. And he's God's delegated authority in the house. So look how David felt when he knew that God the Father was on his side. He said, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Why? Because God, the Father, is a provider. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures, leading me in the paths of righteousness. For his name said, yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff do comfort me. You see, David felt such a comfort. Why? Because the Father was around. Even though he was walking through dangerous paths, he felt confident because his Father was with him. And our children feel neglected. That's why they do the things that they're doing. Many of our children are angry. They're angry with their fathers because they feel that their father didn't look out for them. Their father wasn't there. Their father left their mother to fend for herself and her children. And so these children grow up with anger, wrath within them. And so the first person that comes along and say, hey man, just take this $100 and just run this errand for me. Just carry this thing from there to there. You say, you give me $100? Yeah, man, give me something, man. $100? For the first time in their life, they feel the love of a father. The first time in their life, they feel loved. For the first time in their life. Next time, they tell them, take it a little further to give them a $500. So, wow. So listen, man. You keep doing that. Say, there's much more where that come from. He's my pal, man. He's my boy. And the same man that called the little boy his boy is the same man that will take a gun and shoot him down. Because they're looking for the love of a father. They're looking for the embrace of a father. Many homes in the Virgin Islands, the children are growing up without a father. Those that are alive are in prison, are either stoned on drugs, are someplace in the bars with the boys, are somewhere on the street selling drugs. So children grow up without a father. From today, I want you to know how important you are as a father. You are very important to your family. You are very important to your children. You are very important to the community. Because so go the family, so go our community. If our families are in dire strain and distress, so our communities will be. And so we expect when these same young people take office, we expect them to operate in the sun. They don't have no training. They don't have no fear of God. It was never instilled in them. And so what you practice at home, you will do when you go abroad. If you practice saying good morning at home, when you go outside on the street and you see people, you'll say good morning. But if you don't say good morning when you wake up in the morning, then you don't say good morning to other people. My mother said that make sure you greet people when you pass them, because you don't know if you go down the road and fall down, if it's that same person who have to come and pick you up. My granddaughter, she see me, I pass some people. Hi, morning, afternoon. Grandpa, you know them? You don't have to know them. If you go to England and you say good morning, people look at you. If you walk to New York and you say good morning, everybody running to the States, but the States is one of the most loneliest places you can ever live. Nobody knows nobody. Nobody say good morning. Only if they want something from you. It's okay. Very lonely. As a matter of fact, husbands and wife don't even see each other. Everybody walks so far apart. When the husband comes in, the wife going out. Living like brothers and sisters. That's how busy the world has become. For some people, coronavirus was a blessing. For some people, it was a curse. Because men got so accustomed to not seeing their wives that when they saw them 2 days in a row, they start throwing blows. Hello, somebody. Yeah. They couldn't put up with one another. Because they're not accustomed of spending that time with each other. So when the government put them under house arrest, it was a problem. Some people commit suicide. And they say it's coronavirus. Hello, somebody. Yeah. People are depressed. People are hopeless. But it takes the father, like an Abraham, to bring a kind of, what do I want to give up? Peace. That's not what we're looking for, but peace in the home. A kind of stability in the home. A comfort in the home. That's what the Father does. He brings comfort. It's going to be all right. I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Listen, you know why young women look for bad boys? Because they're looking for a protector. Some of them never grew up with a father. And they're looking for a father. They're looking for somebody to protect them because the father, somehow the girls always, gravitate to the father. She looks at that man as her protector. When daddy is there, everything is good. And so we complain and say, why are these girls always looking for these bad guys? Because they feel protected. If you're a geek or a nerd, if you're a nerd, a very intelligent nerd, them girls, they want you. They want a geek. They want a bad boy. Because the bad boy makes them feel safe. And then the bad boy begin to beat them and abuse them. The bad boys don't make good husbands. The nerds, the geeky looking guy, make a good husband. You know why you say that? Because I was like one of them geeks. Hello, somebody. Tell them about Juliet. And I was skinny too. When I got married, I was 125 pounds. You know what I tell Juliet? Where you going with that? Yes. Even my pastor thinks she will take advantage of me. Hello, somebody. Because she was a fine specimen of a woman. And I was like a geek. Yeah. But then she fattened me up. Yeah. Because that's the nature of a woman. Women, listen. You are so powerful. You can take a man that is a bomb, that no other woman wants, and you can fix him up and make him look like somebody. Because a woman is a maker. You understand what I'm saying? And then, when you fix him up, every woman, ooh. Yes. Because that's the nature of a woman. That's you. You have that gift. You know how to make things beautiful. That's your gift. But let me tell you something, woman. If he's a bad John, he's a bad John. And no matter what you do, you can't change him. Because he's a bad John, inborn and out the moon. That's who he is. So let me tell you something. If he bad before you get married, he gonna be worse. 10 times worse. There's some people you can't change. Not even God could change them. So if you see them bad, let them alone. Somebody say amen. And so to parent godly, we must connect with God. I'm coming home. Good parents learn from good parents. If you train your children up well, they in turn will train their children well. Because good parents come from good parents. And so they pass the gift on. But if you're a bad parent, may God have mercy on your children. Because it is passed down from generation to generation. The fruit never falls far from the tree. If you're bad, most chances that your seed will be bad unless they make up their mind they're not going to be like you. You see what I'm saying? But most seeds are bad. So what I encourage people to do is to practice good behavior. Because what you are practicing will fall on your children. So if you want your children to be good, then fathers, you better do good. Do good. Oh Lord, that was it. You see, Isaac represented a respected Abraham. Even when Abraham was about to put him on the fire, Abraham didn't kick. He didn't say, I ain't this with you, Daddy. He had respect for his father. You understand what I'm saying? When Isaac reached by the altar, the wood was on the altar. He said, we got a knife, we got the fire. But where's the offering? Where's the sacrifice? Abraham said, the Lord will provide a sacrifice. Even when he lifted Isaac up and put him on the altar, Isaac said, oh, Daddy, where's the offering? He said, the Lord will provide a sacrifice. The man closed the eye, and Abraham was about to put a knife in him. And he still respected his father. So if his father had killed him, he respected his father. That's what it is. I want to submit to you as parents. You don't demand respect from your children. You earn it. Hello, somebody. You earn respect from your children. If you live a kind of a life, and then you want to tell your children that they must respect you, they're not going to respect you. Respect is earned. Honor is earned. It is never given. And so, what you expect from your children, what you expect from your wife, you give them first. You give it first. Be willing to make the necessary sacrifices that you need to do, that your family will know that you are the man. You are the man. Hello, somebody. You are the man. You can't do what you want to do and then expect respect. They're not going to give it to you. You've got to show that you are the man. God holds his word above his name. No, his character precedes him. What he says, he does. What he promises, he gives. He doesn't walk around like somebody else and then show up one day and say, "I'm God. Don't respect me." The reason why we honor God is because who he says he is, that's who he is. That's who he demonstrates that he is. And so we honor him because of his demonstration of who he is. Our character, our behavior, what we say must be our bond. Fathers, we must be people of integrity. Integrity. So that our wives, the virtuous woman in Proverbs, can talk about us in the streets, in the marketplace. My husband, my husband, my husband. The children, when they go to school, they can say, my father, my father. When they play with their friends, they can say, my father. Not to be ashamed of you. When all the other children are talking about their fathers, they can't say nothing good about their father. We can be the king of our castle, or we can be the bum in our castle. The choice is ours. Father, who is he? He's the priest of the house. He's the king on the hill. He's the one that God placed in authority in the house. That's who the Father is. God bless you. God help you. Amen.